All right. So in previous class, we were discussing about user-defined data type. While we are discussing about user-defined data type, we also studied about enumerated numbers. The difference between enumerated numbers and structures, user-defined data type is that you only use numbers there, the integers. But in user-defined data type, you can include any data type as field, and you can create a record. So even by looking here, you can see that record is a student, and then we have its multiple fields. Student is a record, then ID, name, and DOP. Um, After declaring a structure, if I name any variable, single variable, even let's call it X as student, that X will automatically will going to have three fields, because in student we have three fields, 1, 2, 3. So this will become X dot ID, because name of the variable is X, and this portion is X dot ID. This portion will be name dot ID, and this portion will be do, sorry, my bad, it will be X dot name and X dot DOB, name of the variable and then its field. So this is how you can address the fields. All right, so here we can see that it's a whole array, new students. It has its 400 um, elements itself. It's declared as student. Each element, each index of the array will going to have three fields. So that's the concept of user-defined data type. You guys can create your own user-defined data type. You can name it like anything. You just need to do this structure thing. You can bring on your own name, okay? And you can include as many fields as you like of the data types which are suitable to your program or your requirement. And that's why we call it user defined, our defined data type. And the brilliance of it, we have already witnessed that in previous, we have seen that you have to declare three arrays maybe. And here you just have to declare one array, and every index of array will going to have three fields. The data is more organized, it will going to require less space, program is comparatively easy to understand and write, debugging will be easy, etc., etc., because you just created a structure, right? It's not spread out. Any questions so far? All good. Guys, I have to hear from you so I can have an idea that if you people are there or not. But if I can see you, but you're ghosting me, you know, it can be, it can be. Anybody, loud and clear, just have, let me have an idea that the picture and the sound, each and everything is going smoothly. Okay, audio, sir, your mic volume is very low. It was low yesterday for me too, but now it's very okay. Guys, everybody's listening to this lecture right now. Let me know if everything is fine, because I might think I'm having a little bit internet issue at my side, so quality may deprive.
यस सर सर आपकी आवाज़ थोड़ी हैंग हो रही है अटक रही है
आवाज थोड़ी अटक रही है ना?
थोड़ी सी
मैं इसको चेक कर लेता हूँ कि मेरी साइड पे इशू तो नहीं है। आप बेटा ये काम आप भी करके देख सकते हो एट द सेम टाइम के अगर मतलब इशू अगर आपकी साइड पे है तो उसको आप रिजॉल्व कर सको। तो speedtest.net is it's better because हमें यहाँ पे ping is fine. It's 18 megabits per second. I think it's fine from my side. इसको अपने पास भी चेक कर लीजिएगा. And it's quite straight. hopefully. Okay. So just give me a second. I have a call. Hello. Walaikum salam. Hello. अल्लाह का शुक्र सर ठीक ठाक. All right, welcome back. Guys, just let me know any question in this particular thing that I'm having right now in front of me, because this is crucial. If you will not going to create an understanding here ना, तो भाई आगे जाने का कोई फायदा नहीं है. इस चीज को गौर से देखो. स्ट्रक्चर, स्टूडेंट एंड स्ट्रक्चर के इन बिटवीन इसकी फील्ड्स को क्रिएट करना, एक नए वेरिएबल को यूजर डिफाइंड डेटा टाइप के साथ डिक्लेयर करना, उस वेरिएबल का स्ट्रक्चर किस तरह का होगा, उस एरे का स्ट्रक्चर किस तरह का होगा. So just please let me know that if you're grabbing a concept here of user defined data type, it's really crucial. Only then we can move forward and start solving the past paper questions. Okay, ask me as many questions as you can. I remember in previous class we even tried to write down the code to have a better idea that how does a user defined data type actually works. Okay, I think let's have a very quick review of that, because after this we have numerous past paper questions relevant to this topic, and it really holds a big chunk of our paper 3. Around, I guess, 7 to 8 marks are confirmed from this topic. All right. And also this user defined data type is going to make the base for your object oriented programming too, which gains like hold almost 21% of your paper 3, including paper 3 and paper 4. All right. Why I'm feeling like you guys are asking me question there. Yeah, we have 21 chat. All right. So the number one thing that you will going to do in user defined data type, or yeah, it will be declared at the top. It's outside the main program. Structure is the keyword, and in pseudocode we use type. So you can name your data type like anything. For example, you can name it as let's talk about let's say think of
इनके बाद क्यों डिक्लेयर करते हैं?
जी बेटा क्या कह रहे हो?
स्ट्रक्चर हम मेन के बाहर क्यों डिक्लेयर करते हैं? कोई बेनिफिट होता है या मतलब ऐसे ही है?
स्ट्रक्चर जो है आपका ये हमेशा मेन प्रोग्राम के बाहर ही डिक्लेयर होगा, विजुअल बेसिक में और मोस्टली लैंग्वेजेस के अंदर. जब हम क्लास को डिक्लेयर करते हैं, स्ट्रक्चर यूजर डिफाइंड डेटा टाइप को डिक्लेयर करते हैं, तो it have to be declared outside main program. It's a by default rule. अगर तुम चाहो तो करके देख लेना, वो उसको एक्सेप्ट नहीं करेगा. मेन प्रोग्राम के अंदर तुम डिक्लेयर नहीं कर पाओगे, क्योंकि itself is a structure ना. तो इसको आप मेन within a main program डिक्लेयर नहीं कर सकते. Alright, so I'm just trying to declare a structure name employee.
होता है, वगैरह होता है, वो तो मेन के अंदर
हाँ लाइक अगर आगे देखो इसी चीज को मैं यूं लिखता हूँ यहाँ पे तो ठीक है, यू कैन सी दैट, और ये आपको यहाँ पे भी अच्छा सा मैसेज भी दे रहा होगा। स्टेटमेंट कैन नॉट अपीयर विद इन अ मेथड बॉडी, एंड ऑफ मेथड assumed, ठीक है। तो ऑलरेडी देखो तुम्हें बता रहा है कि सब मेन एंड सब के बाद डिक्लेयर करो स्ट्रक्चर एंड स्ट्रक्चर, यू कैन सी दैट राइट। तो जब भी हम क्लासेस को, यूजर डिफाइंड स्ट्रक्चर्स को, एन्यूमरेटेड नंबर्स को डिक्लेयर करते हैं, दे हैव टू बी डिक्लेयर्ड आउटसाइड द प्रोग्राम बेसिकली। मेन प्रोग्राम आपका मेन वो मॉड्यूल हो या पहले सब मॉड्यूल हो। Okay, there we go. So this is the structure that we are going to create. This is really good that some people are asking questions. This means they are trying to. All right. So let's create some fields. Now this EMP will be known as record. It's a record. Just like we brainstormed in the previous class, that this is just like your like a database. And then you can create the fields. Let's employ ID as integer, employee name as string, employee status as string, and employee salary as single. Okay, so now we have created 4 fields of a user defined data type. Now in the main program, you can definitely declare a variable, let's say employee 1 as EMP. Now once you have done that, if I'm going to run the program one by one, yeah, you guys can see that employee 1 EMP1 has 4 fields: ID, name, salary, and status. And how you can address it if you want to pass the values, right? बेटा हर एक चीज जो हम यहाँ पे डिस्कस कर रहे हैं सब important. So if I want to move the value, this EMP1 is my variable. It's my employee 1. Anything you can name any variable, and if you are going to give it the data type EMP, that variable, that array will going to have 4 fields inside of it because of this. Because this EMP that you have just declared has 4 fields inside of it. So for example, if I want to move, you can definitely do this console.writeLine or write, enter the ID, etc., etc. That can be done. And then you just take as an input EMP1 dot ID is equal to console dot read line. So this thing can be done, and you can take 3 more inputs. Now if you run the program, and you input the ID 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, whatever, you can see here this ID now have 3, 4, 5. Now this is how you refer to the field of a variable which has a user defined data type. Alrighty, so these are the few concepts, and now we can move forward towards the rest of the class. This question that we have in front of us is, it's like a benchmark. You can use it to recall, revise user defined data type experience. This question is fun because there are enumerated values and there is a structure. Yeah. So this is in Visual Basic. Enum, type. Now type is the name that you have given to it. Okay. There is enum, and the type is wizard, barbarian, and elf. And enum. This is an enumerated number. Then within a structure player, you have name, health, gold, and gender as the fields. And this fifth field is declared as type. Character class as type. Now type, character class can only be either wizard, barbarian, or elf. Just like you're playing a game and you want to pick a character, that character can only be out of these three options: wizard, barbarian, or elf. Definitely you can name it anything. Health can vary during you're playing the game. Gold, gender can be input by the user, but the character class you only have three options to pick with. All right, so these are default. So this is what's been done. Now how you can create the characters. For example, Gandalf. It's, if you have seen Lord of the Rings, so it's a wizard. Conan, it's the barbarian. There is a pretty old movie which I remember, that Conan the Barbarian. Anyhow, so they have declared a variable Gandalf as player, and they have moved the name Gandalf, double quotes Gandalf, in Gandalf dot name. This Gandalf is a variable, and as soon as you're going to declare it as player, crucial. These are the concepts. बेटा जैसे ही गैंडोल्फ को एज प्लेयर आप डिक्लेयर करोगे ना, ऊपर प्लेयर के अंदर चार पोर्शन बने हुए हैं. ये इस जगह पे ये देखो, ये चीज स्ट्रक्चर प्लेयर, ये आपका जो प्लेयर है ना, इसके अंदर नेम, हेल्थ, गोल्ड, जेंडर और कैरेक्टर क्लास, पांचों चीजें मौजूद हैं. So you have all the five things inside of it. As soon as you'll declare the Gandalf as player, you can see that as player, this blue, the name of the structure that you have given to it. This variable Gandalf will going to have a portion name, health, gold, gender, and character class. Okay, so if you want to put this thing inside here, Gandalf, so you have to refer it like this: health like this, gold like this, gender like this, character class. Now Gandalf.character class is equal to type.wizard. Now why it's type.wizard? Because it's in enumerated numbers, and you know that the name of your enumerated number was type.wizard. All right, so you can easily go to the previous question in which we have card set and suits, and you can see that how the value has been moved into a variable if we have declared them as enumerated numbers. तो बेटा ये इस तरह से होगा, ये बहुत आसान है, बार बार करेंगे इंशाल्लाह हो जाएगा. कोनन है, उसने कोनन डॉट नेम को, ठीक है, वैल्यूज इस तरह से असाइन की, बहुत ज्यादा अच्छी है कोनन की, लेकिन उसके बाद सोना कम है. ठीक है, चलेंगे. उसके बाद क्लास ऑब्जेक्ट की कहानी शुरू हो रही है, लेकिन हम पहले पास पेपर्स पे चलते हैं. एनी क्वेश्चंस? क्योंकि ये चीज थोड़ी टेढ़ी है, एकदम से हर किसी को समझ में नहीं आती. Please freely ask me questions if you feel like. Seriously, no question? Are you guys are really there? Question mark? Yeah, please ask me the question, Sadiq. Sadiq, use our group. and ignore any cute messages if they are there. And if anybody need to ask me the questions, of course you can switch on your mic and you can ask so everybody can listen, just like in a class. Or else you can use our group in whatever way you're comfortable. Okay. बेटा ये कॉन्सेप्ट बहुत बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है, ठीक है, डोंट मिस इट आउट.
सर ये इनम में हम क्या डिक्लेयर कर सकते हैं क्या?
इनम बेटा ये असल में इनम जो है वो आपका कांस्टेंट वैल्यूज है. मैंने खैर एक चीज को मैं थोड़ा सा रेफर बैक करूंगा. मैंने कहा था कि सिर्फ इंटीजर नहीं, इसके अंदर आप कांस्टेंट्स डिक्लेयर कर सकते हो. नंबर्स हो गए, जैसे विज़र्ड, बारबेरियन, एल्फ है, ठीक है, ये कांस्टेंट्स है. दे विल नॉट गोइंग टू चेंज थ्रू आउट द प्रोग्राम. अब यूजर से इनपुट नहीं ले रहे हो. enumerated numbers सेट ऑफ कांस्टेंट नंबर्स है. टाइप के अंदर ये तीन चीजें आ गई, विज़र्ड, बारबेरियन, एल्फ. अच्छा, ज्यादा जो इम्पोर्टेंट है ना, क्योंकि आगे जाके हमने पास पेपर्स भी करने हैं, मोर इम्पोर्टेंट इज दैट यू grab the concept of structure, because they will not going to use enumerated number like this within a structure. They have one another way, which is, you know, the easier one, the simpler one. So the main the task for you people right now is to, you know, grab the concept of structure. Get it? Any more questions? All right, let's move forward. I think I should start talking about classes later. We need to first solve the past paper questions, and I'll try that if we will get, you know, get done with 3.1 today. Now it will be a difficult task because we have to do few more things regarding floating point numbers as well. Okay, let's have a look here. Very first question, and this question is straight from user-defined data type. Okay, just like I've told you that in Visual Basic, we say it structure, okay, but in pseudocodes we call it type. So there's nothing, you know, it's nothing confusing here. अगर मैं विजुअल बेसिक लिख रहा होता तो मैं लिखता स्ट्रक्चर दिस डेट. सूडो कोड में मैंने लिख दिया टाइप दिस डेट. सो टाइप इज बेसिकली structure. So slight syntax difference in between your Visual Basic and pseudocode as always, you know. So type basically means structure. Structure this date and structure. So this is your user-defined data type. Declare this day, this month, this year. So this is the way they declare enumerated numbers within structure. This is CI's way, you know, Cambridge ways of doing it. That's fine. This day can either be from like these numbers only, from 1 to 31. This month can either be from this words from Jan or Jan till this December, okay? And this year can be initialized, or it can be taken as an input from the user. These are the three fields of this date, the user-defined data type. A variable of the new type is declared as follows. Now date of birth is declared as this date. It's mean that this date of birth will going to have three fields immediately. Okay. Name the non-composite data type used in the this day and this month declaration. It's a non-composite data type. In this day, it's integer. In this month, it's string. ठीक है, this day के अंदर जो है integer है, this month के अंदर जो है वो string है. Name the data type of this date. This date is a record. इसको हम record बोलेंगे. बेटा बहुत आसान छोटे छोटे क्वेश्चन है और ये रिपीट होते रहेंगे बार बार. Don't worry about it. So, I need to buy self my डेट ऑफ बर्थ के 3 पोर्शन हो जाएंगे. हाउ यू विल रेफर टू इट, अभी विद प्रैक्टिस आपको आ जाना चाहिए. नेम ऑफ द वेरिएबल इज डेट ऑफ बर्थ. डॉट दिस डे, ये वाला. इसी तरह से डेट ऑफ बर्थ डॉट दिस मंथ, दिस वन. डेट ऑफ बर्थ dot this year. So this is how this goes. Non-composite data type, we have discussed about it. This is record. The data type for this date is, because it's declared as a structure, it's a record. It's just a record, no? This is the reason it has 3 fields inside of it. Okay. So the month value of date of birth needs to be assigned to the variable my month of birth. There is another variable, my month of birth, and we want to assign a value of date of birth. The month value of date of birth needs to be assigned to the variable. All right, so that's pretty easy. You can do this. Date.
सर
जी बेटा.
सर ये डिस डे क्या इनम है?
नहीं, टाइप है. टाइप का मतलब स्ट्रक्चर है. टाइप का मतलब स्ट्रक्चर, देखो लिखा हुआ है मैंने. इनम होगा तो इनम लिखा होगा. इनम
जो
और
वैल्यूज उसने कांस्टेंट दी हुई है.
एंड इनम, ठीक है, ये एक चीज है. टाइप एंड टाइप, यानी कि स्ट्रक्चर एंड स्ट्रक्चर, ये एक चीज है. टाइप एंड टाइप यूजर डिफाइंड डेटा टाइप है. इनम एंड इनम ये इन्यूमरेटेड नंबर है. अच्छा, इनका जो इन्यूमरेटेड नंबर्स में होता है क्या, जैसे हमने प्रीवियस एक्सपीरियंस किया था कि उसने एल्फ विजर्ड, ठीक है, वो लिखा हुआ था, उसने कॉन्स्टेंट्स डिक्लेयर किए हुए थे, या उसने 1 2 3 डिक्लेयर किए हुए थे. हार्ट को 1 दिया हुआ था, स्पीड्स को 2 दिया हुआ था. ठीक है, यहाँ इनका तरीका ये है, आप जो जितने अपने पास पेपर्स में देखोगे, अब ये मैं एक दफा तुम्हें दोबारा दिखा देता हूँ. ये देखो, पीछे चलता है. देखो, यहाँ से कंफ्यूज होने की कोई बात नहीं है. ये जो स्ट्रक्चर है ना, और एंड प्लेयर लिखा हुआ है, एंड स्ट्रक्चर, ये आपका यूजर डिफाइंड डेटा टाइप है. यहां से लेके यहां तक. अब स्ट्रक्चर को मैं लिख दूं टाइप.
पूछ रहा हूँ कि ये जो इसने सर जो
हाँ.
इसने वैल्यू असाइन की हुई है उसके अंदर जो कांस्टेंट इसने असाइन किए हुए हैं वो क्या इनम होंगे या वो
तो उसको तुम इनम नहीं बोलो, वो बस उसने कांस्टेंट्स उनको बना दिया. असल में जो सीआई वाले हैं ना, वो अलहदा से इनम बाहर डिक्लेयर करके अंदर स्ट्रक्चर के अंदर इस तरह से नहीं कर रहे. ये अच्छा तरीका है से देखा जाए तो, बड़ा सोफिस्टिकेटेड है. वो क्या कर रहे हैं, देखो उनका तरीका पता है क्या. उन्होंने क्या किया हुआ है कि करेक्टर क्लास को ना यूं डिफाइन कर दिया. करेक्टर क्लास, ब्रैकेट लगाया, डबल कोट्स में यहाँ लिख दिया विजर्ड, कॉमा, डबल कोट्स में एल्फ. ठीक है, सॉरी, एल्फ. और तीसरा क्या था, बारबेरियन. डबल कोट्स में। चले, उन्होंने इस तरह से किया हुआ, समझ रहे हो मेरी बात?
सही है।
आसान किया हुआ, उन्होंने ऊपर अलहदा से इनम डिक्लेयर नहीं किया, उसको ये टाइप वाला नाम नहीं दिया। तो टाइप ऊपर जाओगे तो टाइप में तुम देखोगे कि टाइप के अंदर विजर्ड है, बारबेरियन है, एल्फ है, ठीक है। तो they just keep this thing simple, instead of doing this they just write down something like this, that's it। इसकी
तो
जगह
सर वो कॉन्स्टेंट्स इनम है।
you will not going to say it enum right now because it's not declared in that way, but character class यहाँ पे हमें पता है कि इन तीनों में से कोई एक ही हो सकती है, उसने पहले से ही तीन वैल्यूज इसके अंदर मूव कर दी, ठीक है।
जी सर, थैंक यू।
ये और this month है क्या?
क्या चीज? enum, देखो इसको बहुत सिंपल सा रखो, ये हम स्ट्रक्चर को समझ चुके हैं, स्ट्रक्चर और एंड स्ट्रक्चर को। इसके अंदर हम किसी भी तरह की अपनी मर्जी की फील्ड्स इंक्लूड कर सकते हैं, उनकी कोई भी डेटा टाइप रख सकते हैं, ये चीज क्लियर है हमें? जब हम स्ट्रक्चर प्लेयर हमने डिक्लेयर किया, प्लेयर हमने एक अपनी डेटा टाइप बना ली, किसी भी वेरिएबल को दोगे प्लेयर तो उसके ये 4 या 5 पोर्शन बन जाएंगे, ये वाला कॉन्सेप्ट बन गया हमारे जहन में, ठीक है। नाउ enumerated is a smaller type of it in which you can only declare constants. You cannot declare string, integer, character. You just create constants for your program at the top. That's it. All right. Again, once again, right now, put your fully focus on understanding the structure thing. How does this work? And the way I've declared this thing here, okay? This is the main reason because most 99% of the past paper questions from your user-defined data type will be like this. All right. UDT we call it, user-defined data type. So focus on UDT right now. All right. So the past paper questions: my month of birth, date of birth dot. What is this month? The month value of date of birth needs to be assigned to the variable my month of birth. So this is how you do it. Okay. Let's try to grab some more past paper questions. Okay. You're gonna find lots of questions regarding this topic. This is really fun. This is next level to it. Annual rainfall data from a number of locations are to be processed in the program. The following data are to be stored: location name, height above sea level, total rainfall for each month of the year. हर महीने में what we need to do, we need to have a user defined data type. The name of the user defined data type should be location rainfall, okay, as the name of this data type. So the record will be location rainfall. So type location rainfall and type, and in between that you have to declare dim, yeah, declare name dot string height above sea level. It's in nearest meter, right? Okay. So height dot integer, and this month of the year. So month is equal to bracket start Jan, comma, Feb, comma. So this is what you need to do. Try to write down the user defined data type by yourself, guys. It will be a really good activity. I know it's a little bit difficult because I'm straight away asking you to design a structure by yourself, but try to do this. Let's try to sometime try to, it's just good to learn through the hard way. So type, location rainfall, and type. And then you have to have a variable as name, height, and this total rainfall each month. This should be it is not enumerated, but it must be constant. This type you have seen here above, like this one, kind of like this month. Okay, just write it down and just show me on the copy. इसको जल्दी से लिखो और मुझे ग्रुप के ऊपर मेरे साथ शेयर करो. I'm coming back in 2 minutes. Any success so far? I'm hopeful that you people are not looking into no answer so far. क्या हो गया भाई? इतने ढीले क्यों हो गए यार? तो अपनी सारी टीम तो इधर ही है ना? Yeah. We're still missing 2 people, I guess. आज कौन नहीं आ रहा? Jagdish is continuously absent and Shanzan. Yeah. I guess both of them are out of station. That's the reason. Still, online में क्या out of station होना? इंटरनेट कहाँ नहीं होता? घर में भी होगा यार. Okay, we have one photograph from Ahmed. Perfect. Well done. Declare location name. भाई बहुत छोटी सी मिस्टेक है, लोकेशन नेम के अंदर गैप नहीं आएगा. वेरिएबल नेमिंग द वेरिएबल का रूल ये है कि देयर शैल बी नो गैप इन बिटवीन लोकेशन एंड देयर शुड बी join height integer, declare month, and you have declared all the months. Rainfall. Okay, that's very good. Anybody else who's trying to do this? What Amber have done? Okay, one more minute. बेटा देख के ही कर लो यार, कुछ प्रैक्टिस होगी तुम लोगों की. Okay, let me get back to it. Actually, there's small differences. With practice, you're going to learn it. Amber have done almost pretty good job by looking at something that we have done in a previous question just before that. We have to conclude that it's a good idea to do something like this: month, Jan, Feb, March. The question says that location name, height, total rainfall for each month of the year, centimeters to decimal place. It's mean the data type of this thing should be real, or what you can call in Visual Basic single, just like Jagdish. All right. सारे single होंगे वैसे. Anyhow, so type total rainfall for each month of the year, centimeter to one decimal place. Location name को आप बहुत आराम से declare कर सकते हो. Declare कुछ भी नाम रख सकते हो variable का. You can name it like anything. String and वैसे पूरा declare लिख लेना बेहतर होता है. Declare location height. It's nearest to 1 meter. It's main integer. And declare rainfall, total monthly rainfall. So within a month, in 1 month, how much rainfall you're having in centimeters. Like in January, we have this like 25 millimeter rain. In Feb, we have 23 milliliter of rain. Of any particular city. For example, in Karachi, there will be lesser number of millimeters per month, but when you go to Colombo and Sri Lanka, definitely it's we have more rain there. And declare how to name it. Monthly rain. Now, how many months? We have to have 12 months. In each month, there will be some real value. So there is a way of doing it. You can either do something like this. For example, you have to have a array of size 12. How to do it? Let me just recall it. Yeah, I think this is how we do it. And the data type of this array will be single, or in Visual Basic, in pseudocode you say real. This is how it's being done. I might just reframe it a little bit. रीजन ये है बेटा क्योंकि आई एम सॉरी, ऊपर जो हमने किया था देखो उसमें जैन, फैब, ठीक है, वो कांस्टेंट्स थे। यहाँ प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि हमें हर मंथ के अंदर रियल वैल्यू इंटर करनी है, इसके अंदर कोई ना कोई वैल्यू इंटर की जाएगी। तो एरे होगी जिसका साइज 12 है, और एरे के हर पोर्शन के अंदर, ठीक है, यहाँ पे जो एरे हमारी है मंथली रेन, उसके हर एक पोर्शन के अंदर कोई ना कोई वैल्यू 25 मिलीलीटर, 33 मिलीलीटर इस तरह से जाएगी। It will be declared like this. It's not a constant. We need to take an input from a user, or maybe some value will be moved inside of it. Got my point? Loud and clear?
जी सर।
Great. Well done. So let's do it with a little bit correction, but just write it down here for your notes purpose. These are the things which are doing we are doing right now. दोबारा नहीं करेंगे, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, हमारे पास बहुत सारा सिलेबस कवर करने के लिए भी मौजूद है। ठीक है, आगे चले, लिख लो इसको 1 मिनट में। Anybody who lives in defense in phase 6 and phase 8? Anybody who do cycling, went out for cycle? No? Anybody who plays PUBG?
Oh yeah.
Come on, guys. All right. Okay, let's move to a few more questions, then we'll go for the theory of filing, etc., etc. आज काशान की आवाज नहीं आ रही, क्या बात है? बिल्कुल चुप है काशान, शहजाद भी चुप है।
चैट में भी लिख रहा हूँ मैं तो।
अच्छा, गुड यार। चलो आगे चलता, चलो
कॉपी कर ले।
कॉपी कर लिया ना मैंने, हटा दिया यार।
छुट्टी दे दो
सर शहजाद मैसेज करके बोल रहा है बहुत नींद आ रही है।
भाई वो पढ़ाकू बच्चा, उसको सब आता होगा ना, क्या करें। वो कह रहा होगा यार ये सर क्या पुरानी चीजें पढ़ा रहे हैं, सब पढ़ी हुई कर, ये तो मैंने बचपन में कर ली थी। ऐसे ही आजाद जीनियस है भाई, लेकिन मसला ये इस दुनिया को जीनियस लोगों की समझ कम आती है, और बेचारे ऑफ्टन बेचारे सिंगल मर जाते हैं, ये मसला भी है। क्या करें। चाहिए, वी हैव डन दिस वन। सीरियल फाइल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की कहानी हम बाद में करेंगे। We have another question, guys. Try to solve this question under my supervision instead of jumping into new things. I know most of the students will still be fumbling around here. इसको जल्दी से मुझे solve करके बता दो। मुझे write the statement that assigns the house number 34 to home address. इसको कैसे करोगे? आपके सामने जो है वो UDT मौजूद है, दिस एड्रेस रिकॉर्ड के साथ, और होम एड्रेस डिक्लेयर भी हुआ है दिस एड्रेस के साथ। कैसे करोगे? अपनी कॉपी भी लिखना है या नहीं लिखना? शाबाश। पिंक मार्कर वाला इन दोबारा लग रहा है मेरे को, सही पकड़ा ना? Dwara, you have to solve this question by yourself. Write the statement that assigns the house number 34 to home address. Just write it down. and WhatsApp. I'm waiting for the message. Let me open the WhatsApp in front of me in PC here. That would be great. No reply so far. What's taking so long, guys? Ahmer have sent us a photo. Home address dot this house is equal to 34. Perfect. The second question. The type definition for this address is to be changed. Now we need to change the type definition of this address. How? Rewrite one line from the definition for each of the following changes. House numbers are in range from 1 to 10. So this house number are from ranges 1 to 10. Now this is what we're talking about here is like we have seen here something like this. This is purely this. House numbers will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that definition can be changed. Declare this house number one dot dot 10, or you can also use a bracket and you can start putting it like from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are two ways of it doing this. So let me help you out here. Meanwhile, you can give me the answers over the WhatsApp. शहजाद ने भी बिल्कुल ठीक बताया है और शहजाद इसका एक तरीका और भी है एवर तुम बताओ कैसे कर सकते हैं इसको एक और तरीके से काशान निंदवारा उफरान मुजफ्फा शाहरुशन भाई तुम लोग बिल्कुल खामोश हो बाकी पार्टी मुझे कैसे पता चलेगा तुम्हें समझ में आ रहा है नहीं आ रहा क्लास में होते तो कान से पकड़ लेता अब मैं क्या करूं बताओ इसका एक और तरीका ये है कि उसको यूं भी लिख सकते हैं लेट मी व्हाट्सएप ताकि व्हाट्सएप के ऊपर भी लोग जानते रहे no it's not an array भाई देखो array will be declared only Kashan if we need to take some values as an input or if we need to move some values inside of it no? So there is no reason of declaring this house number as an array so 1 to 10 is yeah this is more like it but you can just for the sake of examination purpose you can do something like this declare this house number yeah something like this Amber got full marks I got full marks and Shazad got full marks these all three methods are valid okay valid कशन रहने देते ना ताकि पता चलता है यार कौन सी चीज गलत है ये क्या बात है तुमने डिलीट कर दिया है तो कोई वो वाला सीन थोड़ी हो रहा है ये काम नहीं करो मैसेज दिखा के डिलीट करना बॉयज ऐसे नहीं करता Alright, this is also perfect. Well done. Okay. So the possible towns are limited to uh, uh, Bright. How you pronounce it? Brightown, Arunde, and Shoram. I guess I'm pronouncing it correctly. So I think these are the towns of Sri Lanka, maybe. Brightown, Arunde, and Shoram. These are the three towns. These are the only three towns. So you need to update the definition for this town as well. So how it will be done? भाई ये वाला कॉन्फिडेंस चाहिए काशान, टेंशन नहीं लो. ये वाला क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करो. The possible towns are limited to. So this is again, it will be done in a similar way, but they're fixed now. Only these three. It can be out of only these three. वो जो मैंने character class को दोबारा लिखा था ना, ये उसी तरह से होगा. Declare this town dot dot bracket के अंदर डबल कोट्स में लिखना बेहतर होगा. ब्राइट टाउन, कॉमा अरुंडे, कॉमा शोराम. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Perfect, Shazad. Perfect. Well done. अच्छा, ब्रैकेट इसमें वो वाले लगेंगे स्क्वायर वाले, उसका ख्याल रखिएगा. ये कुछ थोड़े बहुत छोटे छोटे रूल्स हैं जो हमें अच्छे नंबरों के लिए फॉलो करना है. बाकी डेफिनेटली इट्स जस्ट परफेक्ट. Temperature data from a number of weather stations. This is the next question. It's quite similar to the question that we have done previously. Temperature data from a number of weather stations are to be processed by a program. Weather station ID, latitude, average temperature to the nearest whole number for each year from 2001 to 2015 inclusive. All right, so you have to input the so how you will do that? For these 5 numbers, if you want to get 2 numbers, there is one easy way. Easy way is, type weather station and type. So rest of the numbers will be for the station ID and latitude. That would be even easy. The only little trickier part is, how you will going to declare the average temperature. That's it. Try to solve this question as well, guys. We're not getting any answers from Zephyr, Sharoshan. Sharoshan, at least better try. You have to try. Fran, better just need the answers. You can even send me the answers in personal box if you're feeling a little bit, shy. That you shouldn't feel shy though. There's no issue with it. Solve it. Zephyr, Rehan raised hand. Yes, Zephyr, you can send me.
सर इसकी डेफिनेशन लिखनी है, इसका क्या मतलब हुआ? डेफिनेशन क्या लिखेंगे?
हाँ, डेफिनेशन का मतलब ये है कि तुम्हें पूरा स्ट्रक्चर बना के दिखाना है. टाइप करके टाइप वेदर स्टेशन. हाँ, जैसे हमने वो पीछे बनाया था ना. हाँ, तो उसी तरह से पूरा लिखना तुम्हें. एग्जाम्पल के तौर पे तुम नहीं, वो मैंने डिलीट कर दिया. Okay, we have our first. No, अभी तक किसी का रिप्लाई नहीं आया ग्रुप पे. All right, Ahmed has his first reply. Weather station string, latitude, real, very good. Because it's 2 decimal places, that's why it's real. Declare average temperature. It must be an array because it have 15 values from 1 to 15, and it's nearest to the whole number. So nearest to the whole number, right? तो एमर ये इसको हम इंटीजर कर देंगे ना, तो टेम्परेचर है वो तुमने इसको एरे के तौर पे बिल्कुल सही डिक्लेयर किया, 1 to 15 भी बिल्कुल सही किया, लेकिन नियरेस्ट होल नंबर का मतलब ये कि वो इंटीजर होगा। तो मेरे ख्याल में 5 नंबर तो 4 नंबर तो मिल ही जाएंगे। Shahzad, yes, Shahzad has corrected it. Declare temperature 1.15 integer. अच्छा शहजाद, इसमें ना उससे पहले हम एरे भी लिखेंगे, ये बताने के लिए कि ये 1 डॉट डॉट एरे, दिस इज एन एरे, द डेटा टाइप इज एन एरे। तो जिस तरह से हमने प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन में किया, काशान का आंसर इस दफा परफेक्ट। परफेक्ट, चलें जिस दफा काशान जीत गया। All right, rest of the people, guys. अनस मेरे ख्याल में सोकर उठ गया, वो आप क्लासमेट को वेलकम कर सकते हैं। अनस बेटा, आप जाने का टाइम हो गया है, तुम आ रहे हो, क्या कर रहे हो यार? The programmer decides to store all the data in a file. अच्छा, ये फाइलिंग वाला कॉन्सेप्ट आ गया, अभी हमने फाइलिंग पढ़ी नहीं है, उसको अभी हम ओवरलुक कर देते हैं। फाइलिंग का एक इंट्रोडक्शन ले लेते हैं यार यहाँ से। फिर बाकी क्वेश्चंस ना कंटिन्यू करेंगे। अब अनस आ गया तो कोई नई चीज पढ़ लेते हैं, शायद अनस की वजह से हम लोगों को भी समझ में आ जाए। Serial, sequential and random, these are the file organizing methods. Organize करने का मतलब ये है कि the meaning of organizing your data or files in hard drive or in RAM, okay, physically. So you can store data, or maybe if we talk about, you know, organizing your data in a text file. So how you can organize the data serially, how you can make it sure that data stored in a sequential fashion, and how it can be random. Okay, so it's there is one organization method, and then there is an access method. So serial is this like your drama serial, or is this like your Money Heist, some sort of a popular series serial? The second episode will come after first, and the third will come after second, and the second season will come after first season. So this is what the serial is. Like, things are coming and you just, you know, putting it there as it is. It's being organized that way, serially. When we talk about sequential, the very first thing that come into our mind when we talk about sequential is it's mean that the old cassette concept, the tape record concept, in which you have some data organized in this way. If it's a tape and you have a file A placed here, then you have a file B, then there is a file C, then there is a file D, and right now you're here. If you want to access file number D, you have to go through B and C. Then you can approach to file number D. So this head part moves only this way. Either the head will move, or either the whole tape will going to move like this in this direction. So this is sequential. Sequential data organization. Random is, which is a preferred one. Most of the time when we talk about hard drive, let's talk about the physical thing as well. And then we can also talk about the text files or in a software fashion as well. We might have studied this in AS, how hard drive had actually read the data, if you remember that. In paper one, there was one thing, there was a question, how actually the hard drive works and how the data is read. It's like you can read and write the data to the hard drive. So the fashion in which we can retrieve the data means access the data.
करेगा.
Yeah, it will do randomly. Okay, it can, for example, there are different sectors and then there are different tracks. It can store data anywhere. A can be here, B can be here, C can, this is random. Or what I can say, like even in a text file, you can store one data here, some information is already pasted, and you have another value, just place it here randomly. You have a book shelf in front of you, and you can place your book into any column, into any row randomly. So you don't have to. So that's random. So if you're organizing your data randomly, if you're organizing your data sequentially, or if you're organizing your data serially, means let's take an example of, for example, practical examples. If you go to a bank and there's a a cashier sitting in a cubicle, and people are just giving him the checks and they're just getting cash out of it. The cashier will not going to arrange the checks in some sequential fashion because the cashier does not have enough time for that. उसके बाद जैसे कोई आएगा वो उसे चेक लेगा और उसके ऊपर यूं रखता चला जाएगा. It will start making a stack of it. Okay, check number, first customer number 21, 10, customer number 22, so. This thing is going on. It is collecting the data, just making a pile of it. So that is serial organization of data. And that can be done in a memory as well. But when you're worried, for example, we wanna, what if, which is, impractical. If we ask cashier to, receive the data as well, but organize every customer's check according to their name alphabetically as well. Which is not possible, right? It's time consuming. But we do have such things in computers when the programs run that we can either, okay, you need a 5-minute break. Anas तो आया अभी, Anas कहेगा मैं तो भी break नहीं ले रहा. Okay, guys, just have a quick look. We're taking a break for around, come back at 1:30, and we're going to revise the same topic. Okay, just then after coming back, try to give a quick read to this as well from notes. See you at 1:30. Break. If there are any questions, you can ask me questions on group. This is reporting time. Oh, well done. It looks beautiful. Who is this? I just really want to take a snap. That's the work of an artist. How to take a picture? Export. PNG. Okay. Let's get back to business. अनस तो भी बहुत अच्छा बच्चा. All right. Okay, so we were talking about filing precisely. Serial, sequential, and random. The thing that we started understanding basically is from this particular question. So instead of going into notes and boring you with the details, I thought it's a better idea that we discuss it this way. So there is one thing that we call is file organization, how you store the data in computer serially. As it come, just put it there. That is serial. Sequential, as it come, you can put it there, but you also have to sort it alphabetically or numerically. Then you put it there. Random is like you just put it anywhere, you just find the place. It's suitable. And these are the organization methods. File access methods are how you can access the data, how you can go to a particular memory location, or you go into a text file, or just make a picture in your mind in this way that there is a big cabinet. We can take this example pretty obviously. That there is a big cabinet and data is stored there, and how you can pick it from. You can go to any cabinet, you just reach there immediately, you just take out that file out of it. That is direct. Sequential is you have labeled those cabinets, those shelves in your cupboard or in your rack where you have your books, and you just want to find a book. You just try to find, it's like A, B, C, the book name starts Dolittle, it's like D, go there, and then there are mystery books, sort of something like that. And you just need to take out the data or a file in a sequential fashion. So that is your access way. Okay. Now, if data is organized randomly, of course you cannot access that data in a sequential fashion. अगर जो चीज मेरे पास जिस तरह से आई, मुझे जहां जगह मिली मैंने रख दी, ठीक है, अब उसको sequential में आप कैसे access कर सकते हो? All right, if you have a cabinet and you have labeled them with alphabets, the books starting with A's should be in like A cabinet, with B's should be in B cabinet, but you didn't took care of it. What you did, you just put the books in different cabinets as they come. You just randomly stored your books. Then of course you cannot access them in a sequential fashion because data is stored randomly. So random organization can only have a direct access. You just go there, try to find it, and just you pick it up. So random file organization, if it's done, data can only access directly. So it goes something like this. जो data randomly organize हुआ हुआ है, उसको आप sequential access नहीं कर सकते, directly ही कर सकते. But if data is organized in a sequential fashion, yes, you can access it sequentially. Plus, there is another benefit of a sequential organization, you can also access the data directly as well, because you know the place where it's placed. If I'm asking you, try to find the book Bible, let's say, and it's like in the B compartment and it's BI, and then it's like BI, you just pick the book from there. So if you have organized your data in a sequential fashion, you can access it sequentially. I'm talking about in terms of computers, in terms of files. It will going to make greater understanding. हमें sequential, random और serial access programs लिखने हैं इसके. Direct access के, random access के, sequential access के, इन सारे. We will be actually writing the codes for this in paper 4. So it will going to make a greater understanding of this thing which I'm talking right now. कि data randomly अगर organize किया तो सिर्फ directly access होगा, sequentially किया है तो उसमें असल में put record और get record की कुछ commands हैं. अभी इसके बारे में हम नहीं पढ़ेंगे, इसकी सिर्फ theory पता होना काफी है. लेकिन paper 4 के साथ जब ये merge होगा, when it will be, this concept will be merged with paper 4, this will going to give a greater understanding. So you can access, if the data is organized in a sequential fashion, sequentially try to find out, okay, you go through, if you want to go to fifth record, go through 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you get the record. But there is another way. If you want to get to a record number 7, you know that 7 should be there, this is the position, you can also go there directly. So sequential have these two benefits, and if you have organized the data serially, you can only access it in a sequential fashion. You have to go through all of it. सब में से जाना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि सीरियली में होता है क्या, जैसे मैंने ड्रामा सीरियल का या किसी एपिसोड का जिक्र किया, it comes the second one will come after first, the third one will come after second. So random, it can only be accessed directly. Serially, it can be only accessed sequentially. When the data is organized sequentially, it can have the benefits of both. It can be accessed sequentially, it can be accessed directly, depending on the situation. All good? Any questions? Yes, no, no? All right.
सर सीरियल डायरेक्टली एक्सेस क्यों नहीं हो सकता?
सीरियल को हम डायरेक्टली इसलिए एक्सेस नहीं कर सकते कि जिस तरह से ये आपके कंप्यूटर में ऑर्गेनाइज हुआ है, इसको आप देखो, मैं यहाँ पे एक चीज अभी थोड़ी सी छोड़ के जा रहा हूँ, मतलब जैसे हमने कुछ चीजें उसमें छोड़ी हुई हैं. पुट रिकॉर्ड और गेट रिकॉर्ड का जब कॉन्सेप्ट हम बहुत अच्छी तरह से गेट कर लेंगे ना पेपर 4 के अंदर, ये तुम्हारी कमांड्स जो है वो सिर्फ काम करेंगी इस फैशन में. इधर काम करेंगी दोनों के लिए, इधर काम करेंगी डायरेक्ट एक्सेस के लिए, इसके साथ काम नहीं करेगी. हार्ड आपका जो I will come up with a better explanation. Just to remind me the same question के serial को हम direct access क्यों नहीं कर सकते? If data is organized serially, why you cannot access it directly? ठीक है, इस क्वेश्चन को हम पास कर रहे हैं, इसको हम करेंगे इंशाल्लाह. ठीक है, ऑल गुड, आगे चले.
जी सर.
सो हो सकता है कि अभी हम एक दो क्वेश्चंस इसके और सॉल्व करते हैं, मैं ये वाला आंसर उसके अंदर मिल जाए और मैं तुम्हें एक्सप्लेन कर पाऊंगा सर. यहीं पे इसका आगे एक क्वेश्चन और होना चाहिए. Yeah, these analogies are perfect. Probably we will going to find our answer here as well. Try to read the question absorb it first. The bank has a very large number of customers. The bank stores data for each customer. This includes unique customer numbers. This is important because understanding the data is also important. Unique customer numbers are personal data like name, address, telephone numbers, and transactions. So these are the things when the transaction happens, and so and so. The bank computer system makes use of 3 files. So these are the text files. Again, when we will going to merge this concept with paper 4, awesome. Right now, it will going to make sense here as well. Number A, a file that stores customer personal data. This file is used at the end of each month for the production of the monthly salary. So you're using a file that store customer personal data, and the file is used at the end of each month. Means data is, it's not being stored immediately. When we store data immediately, just like I've given you the example of a cashier at a bank, the preferred method is serial. Okay, but here right now we have an option that a monthly statement of all the customers will be dispatched at the end of the month. So I guess this A part, we will prefer a sequential organization of the data. Okay, for A. So file A organization is probably most definitely sequential because it's been taken care at the end of the month. So once we have received the data of every other day, before summing it up before the end of the month, we can organize it as well. So it's always it's better to do sequential access. There is one another point. Sequential access हमेशा ज़्यादा अच्छा रहता है when we do batch processing. Okay, the batch processing thing is? Batch processing is you collect your data, you do not work on it, you just wait for it, and then at the end of the day or at the end of the month, you process the whole data in one go. So sequential organization of data also helps in that. Okay. B, a file that stores encrypted personal identification numbers. अच्छा ये pins का मतलब ये होता था, मुझे तो आज पता चल रहा है. Personal identification numbers, oh sorry, encrypted, E नहीं लिखा हुआ. E-pins for customer bank cards. The file is accessed when the customer attempts to withdraw cash at the cash machine, ATMs. Guess what? What is a suitable answer for the second one? A का most suitable sequential है, कोई और भी शायद हो सकता है. B, बेटा आपको foreign data चाहिए. You just need the data immediately. A file that's
डायरेक्ट एक्सेस होना चाहिए.
Direct access होना चाहिए. Direct access, basically what we can call is the organization of the data. It can be either sequential, serial, or random. So random. ठीक है? Direct or random. Mostly when we talk about random ना, we just compare it with direct. तो तुम्हारा direct क्या ना बनता है, लेकिन इसको हम random बोलेंगे. ठीक है? If you need data like immediately, random access. C part, a file that stores all customer transaction records for the current month. Every time the customer makes a transaction, a new record is created immediately. You just, this is the cashier example. You're coming to the counter, you just, do your transaction, the next customer. So we need to store the data one after another, but jaldi, foreign, like immediately. So what could be the best data organization method for the C situation? Cashier wali example.
Serial.
Serial. Okay. every time a record is being created in your computer, in your file, you just create it after one and another, So this is your serial data creation or file organization. So for A it was sequential, for B it was random, and for C it's serial. So this is all about your file organization. One question still remains there. Why we cannot access the data directly, which is being organized in a serial fashion? The thing is, why we cannot access it directly? If we talk about, in a technical way, देखो जो हम फॉरेन डेटा क्रिएट करते चले जाएंगे ना, कस्टमर है उसको हम अल्फाबेटिकली सॉर्ट नहीं कर रहे, और डायरेक्ट एक्सेस के लिए जरूरी है कि आपका डेटा सिक्वेंशियली स्टोर हो. हैमर ने क्वेश्चन किया था, शहजाद ने किया था.
सर मैंने.
हैमर
सर मुझे समझ नहीं आया सेकंड वाला रैंडम क्यों होगा?
रैंडम इसलिए होगा क्योंकि हमें रैंडम के अंदर आप डेटा फॉरेन एक्सेस कर सकते हो किसी भी पोजीशन से, किसी भी जगह से. देखो मैं तुम्हें यूं समझा देता हूँ. डेटा इस तरह से स्टोर है. सिक्वेंशियल का मतलब ये है कि मुझे 1 2, अगर मुझे लेट्स सपोज ये रिकॉर्ड पिक करना है और राइट नाउ अगर मैं 1 पर मौजूद हूँ, इफ आई एम एट right now if my cursor is at position 1 and I have to fetch the record number 5, I have to go through 2 3 4, then I will reach at point number 5. So sequential is not an option. Sorry, sequential is not an option. Same goes with the serial. The best way of getting the record immediately from its position is random. If you're organizing your data randomly, it's mean you're going to do the direct access. So that's the thing. Okay, bhai? All right. Why we cannot, access the data directly? वो हमारा जो क्वेश्चन हमने पॉज किया था कि सीरियल और डायरेक्ट. Okay, if the data is
सर सीरियल क्या मैग्नेटिक कितना है?
magnetic? No, serials mean that the concept of the serial is.
सर उसका स्टोरेज मेथड क्या मैग्नेटिक टेप की तरह होगा?
No. Look, just think in a software fashion. Don't go into the hardware, right? Do not limit the data organization or access methods to a hardware. Those were just the examples. Think of text files. Think of the situations that we have just discussed before. Okay, अगर हम employees का new record create हो रहा है तो serial सबसे best option है. अगर आप ATM के ऊपर मशीन पे खड़े हो, कार्ड डाल रहे हो और आपको ट्रांजैक्शन करनी है, तो ऑफ कोर्स ATM मशीन में अगर आप सीक्वेंशियल एक्सेस होगा वो तो शाम लगा देगा, आपको तो फौरन से पैसे चाहिए. तो जो भी आपका कस्टमर रिकॉर्ड है वो फौरन इमीडिएटली सामने आना चाहिए. Take such examples in your mind. Do not go into magnetic or SSD or solid state. Do not do that. ऐसा नहीं है, ठीक है? Okay, the concept of serial is like, for example, if there is a customer who comes, just like we were creating the records immediately, the name of the is Samuel, and we have just created the record. Then there's like Ahmed, it's created. Then it's in Dwara. Now you can see that it's because it's serial. We're storing the data serially. This person comes first, this person comes second, this comes third, but data is not organized in a sequential fashion. It's organized serially, but it's not organized in a sequential fashion. You cannot access the data directly because you have to arrange the data sequentially. Only then we can know. देखो A से लेके Z तक सारा डेटा एक सीक्वेंस के अंदर जब रिकॉर्ड होगा तो ही हमें पता होगा कि F कहाँ पे पड़ा हुआ है या E का डेटा कहाँ पर पड़ा हुआ है. Are you getting my point? Only then you can set your marker to go there. Only then you can set, okay, go to that position. There would be T.
सर अभी समझ आ गया.
That's the reason serial organization के अंदर आप डायरेक्ट एक्सेस नहीं कर सकते. डायरेक्ट एक्सेस तभी होगा, सिर्फ और सिर्फ तभी होगा. देखो जो गेट रिकॉर्ड पुट रिकॉर्ड की मैं बात कर रहा था वो आगे जाके और ज्यादा समझ में आएगी. डायरेक्ट एक्सेस सिर्फ तभी हो सकता है जब आपका डेटा सिक्वेंशियली स्टोर्ड हो या फिर रैंडम मेथड यूज किया गया. तो उसको थोड़ा सा रट्टा लगा लो, थोड़ा सा कॉन्सेप्ट बना लो, बाकी चीजें आपके इंशाल्लाह थोड़ी और बेहतर कवर हो जाएंगी कुछ चीजें और करने के बाद. ठीक है.
सर मैं यूं कह सकता हूँ कि सीरियल में हमारे पास कोई पर्टिकुलर डेटा का एड्रेस नहीं होता, डायरेक्टली उसको एक्सेस नहीं कर पाता.
शहजाद असल में मेरे ख्याल में पेपर जब 4 करेंगे तो ट्राई करेंगे फाइलिंग को पहले करें. हमें जो अपना कॉन्सेप्ट में क्यों ख्याल रख रहा हूँ इस चीज़ का कि मैं तुम्हें हार्डवेयर की तरफ नहीं लेकर जाना चाह रहा, क्योंकि ये जो तुम्हारे फाइलिंग के कॉन्सेप्ट्स है ना वो तुम्हारे वहाँ प्रोग्राम्स में यूटिलाइज करो. अगर तुम चाहते हो कि इस चीज़ को थोड़ा प्रैक्टिकली देखो, मैं फिलहाल सबको रिकमेंड तो नहीं कर रहा, बट इफ़ यू डू हैव यू नो दैट थ्रस्ट टू नो द आंसर्स, तो गिटहब पे मेरे प्रोग्राम्स पड़े हुए होंगे रैंडम फाइलिंग के और sequential filing. So if you will going to run those program, create files, try to search the data randomly, serially in a sequential fashion. So this thing will going to make perfect sense. हमें इन चीज़ों को ना सिर्फ फाइलिंग के हवाले से पढ़ना है, ये इम्पोर्टेंट है. यहाँ पे होगा session hashing buckets. Look, filing sequential access, filing random access. If you will going to do these two programs, na, run them, try to look how they actually work, then you will going to have a better understanding of these topics. But do not mix it with the hardware. Do not think of it कि hard. ठीक है, मैंने इनिशियली कॉन्सेप्ट बनाने के लिए थोड़ा सा हार्ड ड्राइव का या मैग्नेटिक टेप का कॉन्सेप्ट दिया क्योंकि वो ऐसे ही दिया करते हैं सीक्वेंस का मतलब क्या. ठीक है, लेकिन एंड में जाके हमें सिर्फ फाइलिंग के ऊपर अप्लाई करना, टेक्स्ट फाइल्स के ऊपर. ठीक है, दिस इज क्रूशियल. यू कैन हैव एन आइडिया इन योर ब्रेन, इन योर, देखो असल चीज क्या होती है, तुमने ज़हन में अपना कॉन्सेप्ट बनाना. सीक्वेंस का मतलब क्या है, हम कैसेट के ऊपर गाने सुनते थे, अब वो जो छठे नंबर पे गाना है वो सुन नहीं सकते अगर हम इसे पहला वाला गाना सुन रहे हैं जब तक हम 2, 3, 4, 5 में से होकर जाए ना. दैट इज द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ सीक्वेंस. दिस इज हाउ यू डू द सर्चिंग इन द टेक्स्ट फाइल्स. बट इसको अपने कॉन्सेप्ट्स को हार्डवेयर के ऊपर जाके बेस नहीं करना, सिर्फ समझने के लिए काफी है. ठीक है, तो ये सारे जितने तीनों कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं, सीरियल, सिक्वेंशियल, डायरेक्ट या रैंडम, that are being applied on text files where we are going to store the data, we're going to retrieve the data. Right now in AS we were only doing linear search in text files. If we need to record search any data in a text file, what we used to do, हम उसको compare करते थे, is found or not. To pick up one, you just take input from a user and you just compare it with every element of the text file. This is how we used to do it, right? वो पुराना method है. So there are some new methods of searching data in a text file as well. All right, guys. I guess we should not move forward to any other new topic right now. I'll try to bring some more concepts, some more theory regarding the serial direct slash random and sequential. Access, we're going to do some more questions out of it. Then we will move to classes and few of the questions from your number system floating point numbers, normalizations. And after that, we will move to next topic. Okay. Please feel free to ask me a question over the group and stay connected and let me know. Give me the feedback. All good? Any questions? अभी जाना नहीं है, मेरे साथ मौजूद रहो. Any questions? No? Okay. See you tomorrow with the same zeal and try to solve all of the questions which are relevant to UDT, user defined data type. And we will discuss filing tomorrow more. And that's it. See you. Bye-bye. Sharushan, if you have any question, you can talk to me individually as well, okay?